Hello, everybody. This is Damon Douglas, and I am about to do my Genius Vision exercise. So here we go. My Genius Vision by Damon S. Douglas. The date on this is actually a future date, and that date is December 31st, 2031. Who I am. I am a man of faith, vision, discipline, and action. I no longer live reacting to circumstances. I create circumstances. I am healthy, energetic, focused, and fully aligned with my purpose. I went from an all time high of weighing 341 pounds down to a much healthier 205 pounds. Maintain excellent health and had the energy to serve at the highest level in every area of my life. I am a devoted disciple of Christ, a loving father, a trusted friend, a respected entrepreneur, and a leader who creates opportunities for others. People know me as a man who keeps his word. When I say I'm going to do something, it gets done. I have become the future version of myself that once sent instructions back through time to the man I used to be. Every sacrifice was worth it. Every setback was preparation. Every challenge was training. Every victory was earned. My mission. My mission is to build a relationship capital ecosystem that creates opportunities, wealth, freedom, and impact for everyone connected to it. I help small businesses stop losing opportunities because of missed calls, weak follow up, broken systems, and lack of automation. I use AI automation, marketing, music, communication, and relationship building to help people grow. I have become known as the operations backbone for businesses that want to scale. When people need system strategy, implementations, and results, they call me. I don't simply sell products, I create solutions. I create systems. I create opportunities. I create relationships that compound over time. My business, DS Douglas Consulting, has become a nationally recognized AI automation company. Our clients trust us to help them generate leads, automate follow up, book appointments, improve customer experiences, and increase revenue. Our AI receptionist system, CRM implementations, voice agents, marketing automations, and business growth strategies have helped hundreds of businesses grow. Our recurring revenue exceeds $2.5 million annually in profit. The company operates with systems, processes, and automation that allow it to scale efficiently without requiring my constant involvement. I have successfully transitioned from trading time for money as a truck driver to owning systems that create value around the clock. I have built an organization that serves clients, creates jobs, and produces measurable results. My health. My health is one of my greatest accomplishments. I honored the warning signs and chose transformation. I eat intentionally, I exercise consistently, I sleep well, I manage stress effectively, I maintain a healthy weight, and enjoy a level of energy that I once thought was impossible. I move freely, I travel freely, I dance freely, I live fully. My body has become a reflection of discipline, stewardship, and gratitude. My financial life. I've created multiple streams of income that work together to provide freedom and stability. Income flows from AI consulting, SaaS subscriptions, affiliate partnerships, music royalties, speaking engagements, digital products, investments, and real estate holdings. Money is no longer a source of stress. I am able to make decisions based on purpose instead of pressure. I give generously. I invest wisely. I build strategically. I understand that money is simply a tool that allows me to create greater impact. My lifestyle. I control my calendar. I choose my projects. I spend time with people who I love. I travel when I want. I create music that inspires people. I continue learning, teaching, building, and growing. I wake up every day excited. because I am living a life that was once only visible in my imagination. Family, the real reward. Family, the real reward. As successful as the business became, the greatest reward was never the money. The greatest reward was what happened to the people I love. My mother became my biggest cheerleader. Everywhere she went, she told people, "That's my son." And every time she said it, I smiled. Not because I needed the recognition, because I finally had the opportunity to show her what I saw long before anyone else could see it. Today, she tells people she always knew I could do it. She says she always believed in her baby. As her firstborn son, hearing those words means something special. For me, it feels like vindication, not because I needed to prove her wrong, but because I finally had the opportunity to prove what was possible. One of the greatest lessons I've learned as a disciple of Christ, is that faith requires you to believe before you see. The world says, "I'll believe it when I see it." Faith says, "I'll see it because I believe it." My success became living proof of that principle. My sister was able to enjoy the journey with me because I brought her along for the ride. My brother was no longer struggling. He was comfortable. He had opportunities. He had security. He had options. My son achieved the dream he had carried for years. He wanted his own mechanic shop. I helped him build it. I invested in him. I became his partner. Together, we implemented systems, automation, and processes that allowed his business to grow beyond what either of us had imagined. One shop became multiple shops. The business became self sustaining, and watching my son succeed became one of my proudest accomplishments. My godmothers, my aunts, my cousins, my nieces, and my nephews all benefited from the success that God allowed me to create. All six of my nieces and nephews had opportunities, resources, support, guidance. Everyone was positioned to win. Over time, I stepped into a role that carried tremendous responsibility. I became what many jokingly call the Douglas family financier. I followed in the footsteps of my Uncle Mac and eventually became the highest income earning Douglas in the family. But the title wasn't what was mattered, but the title wasn't what mattered. What mattered was being able to create opportunities for the people that I love. What mattered was being able to answer the call when my family needed my help. What mattered was building a legacy that extended beyond myself. And then there was the celebration, the promise I made to myself years earlier. When I surpassed $2.5 million in annual revenue, I kept my word. I hosted a massive celebration at Detroit's legendary Rooster Tail. Family, friends, clients, partners, supporters. Everyone who had been a part of the journey was invited. And when they arrived, they saw one message: leave your money at home. Everything is taken care of tonight. Food, music, drinks, laughter, memories, everything covered. Because that night wasn't about showing off, it was about gratitude. It was about honoring the people who supported me. It was about celebrating what faith, vision, persistence, and action made possible. That night, looking around the room filled with people I loved, I realized something. The greatest return on investment was never the money, it was the lives that were changed because I refused to quit. That is my legacy. That is my genius vision.